Hey guys, it's Stephanie, and I am here to try something a little different. I've been gone a little bit longer than anticipated. Should have had a video up about 2 weeks ago, but the technology gods are mad at me, and I don't know why. It kind of makes me sad. I had filmed the update video 3 different times, and the first time there was something wrong with the video. I couldn't get it to upload via Windows Movie Maker. I couldn't get it to upload via the YouTube app. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll just refilm it. So take 2. Husband walks in halfway through the filming. And I don't like to film when he's home just because it makes me feel weird and really self-conscious. I don't know why. I think part of it has to do with the fact that when somebody else in the house, it makes me feel like I'm talking to myself, which I am, more so than just talking to you guys, which is what I feel like when nobody's here. And I'm sorry about the crazy light, but there is not a thing that I'm going to be able to do about it. There's literally no sunlight outside right now. It's been raining all day, and it's humid as all get out. But it still makes it seem like the light of 1,000 suns back there. But thankfully I have an iPhone, and it kind of, like, if I poke my screen at different places, it changes the lighting. So we're super bright there, and then up there we're super dark. So in the middle is right, I'm hoping it'll kind of stay that way through the rest of the video. But, so I apologize in advance. So the things that you missed from the month-long video were some whip updates, which were only the 2, which guess what? They're the same 2 I'm going to show you now. I'm not going through my haul again. Not doing it a 4th time. I'm just not. There's not anything mind-blowing in there. I'm sure it's all stuff that you've seen, so. And some needle minders. But I'm going to show you all of that anyway, so you didn't really miss out on that. My June project, I'm not going to go over again. I'm just not. You kind of lose enthusiasm for it as you have to keep repeating yourself over and over and over again. So basically all it was is I took my specialty flosses and just rearranged them. I was bobbinating them with some kind of complex DMC sticker conversion system, which sounded like a good idea at the time, but it wasn't. So basically, yeah, I changed how I was doing that. And maybe that'll be something that I show you later when it's not quite so fresh. So yeah. Also, I'm thinking that shorter videos are going to be in order just because of upload times, and I'm probably going to stop editing them. I just don't have the time. I'd rather be stitching, as I'm sure we all would. And working full-time and trying to film and edit, maintain a household, which, I mean, it's just my husband and I. We're CBC, childless by choice, so it's just the 2 of us. But still, between working full-time, trying to keep a home, filming, and then trying to edit, running a book blog, I have to take my priorities where I can, and I don't really do much with editing other than just add special effects and tiles that tell you that I'm switching the subject. So while that's great and I love doing it, if there's time that I can cut, it's definitely there, because it's not just adding in the stuff, it's the saving of the video, which through Windows Movie Maker takes literally like hours for a 45-minute video to save. And then on top of that, you have to upload it to YouTube from the computer, and it just, again, literally hours. So I'm changing how I'm doing things. I'm going to try to go to weekly. I'm hoping that I have enough progress to show you on a weekly basis. If not, it'll be every 2 weeks. I don't know. You know what? I'm not putting any goals or anything like that on this. This is a fun thing, and I want it to remain fun. And if I try to make it too much of a job, it's not going to be fun. So yeah, we'll just kind of do this as we go. So whip updates basically are going to be the continuations of my goals, so I'll just go with my goals. One thing about me that I have learned in recent years is that I like lists, but then I like to completely ignore them. I love making them. I hate sticking to them. So I'm kind of, I made a rotation and I was like, this is going to be great. Yeah. The first month was great. And then the second month I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know what happened. I wasn't stitching as much as in June, so June was great, and then July kind of had a little bit of a lull. So hopefully August will be great, and so far it has been. It's only been 11 days. We're 11 days into August, and it's been great so far. So my new plan is I'm doing the Lakeside Needlecraft Fantasy Stitch Along, and that is going to be my focus for the first week. It's going to be the only thing that I do, and while the first of the month is not always guaranteed to be on a Monday, obviously, what I'll do is I'll work on the borders and the circles until the picture is released in the week that the first occurs. So whatever, unless it's a weekend, because I don't get a lot of stitching in. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But like I said, that'll be the first week. Second week, I am going to do Woodland Creatures Stitch Along, and I'm going to do each block in the month that it is. So, like, I'll be picking that up on Monday, and I will finish the August block. And then after I finish the block for that month, then I will pick up Labyrinth for the rest of the week until the weekend, which then will be my focus piece. Well, actually, I have two focus pieces that I'm going to work on each week. Labyrinth and Back to the Future. Back to the Future is not going to take much longer. After that, it's going to be strictly Labyrinth until that thing is done. I don't have too much more to go. I mean, it's about halfway, but a lot of it's wording and black stitching, so that doesn't take that long. Ludo's a big guy. He might take a little bit of time. So basically, so that's the second week is Woodland Creature Sampler, and then Labyrinth, and then Back to the Future. Then the third week, I think I really want to do the Clouds Factory Magical Creatures Stitch Along, which is kind of the, I don't know, I've got fantasy going in the first week already. I don't know. We'll see. I have to get fabric for it. And because it's a little bit of an open design, I would like to get a hand-dyed, and the hand-dyed that I want runs about 54 bucks. So, and considering I just bought one last month for $54, and then there's other things, but anyway, other stitching orders that have already been placed. I'm not sure that I want to spend another $54 just right now. I do, however, already have all the fabric and called for flosses for Storytime Sampler and Once Upon a Time Sampler from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, but then that puts me at 3 for Frosted Pumpkin in a month. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll just go crazy and just do a Frosted Pumpkin, just craziness. We'll see. We'll see. That is yet to be determined. So it'll either be Storytime Sampler, Once Upon a Time Sampler, or the Magical Creatures Sampler, or all three. Who knows? For the remaining weeks in the month. And then once those blocks are done for the month, and they may not coincide with the right month, just depending on what the layout of the pattern is. If it does, great. If not, I'm just gonna have to get over it. It's just the truth. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I worked on this in July. It's the Back to the Future from Clouds Factory, and that is my progress for about 2 weeks worth of work. I got Marty McFly, Doc Brown, The Great Scott, the Flames, and most of the DeLorean. I really don't have a whole lot more to do on this. There's a lot more detail work coming on the bottom part of the DeLorean there, and some back stitching that'll need to be done. But I'm going to show you this. And I did talk about this in the multiple videos that have since been deleted. That is a French knot. Trying to see if I can get it to, yeah. So it sticks out a little bit because it's a French knot, which I'm sure you all know. But historically, French knots and I do not get along. Ever since childhood, I've never been able to do them very well. I can't keep the tension, or I can't get the needle to go through the fabric fast enough, and then I end up with a normal cross instead of a knot. I know, it takes forever, and my husband was getting frustrated because I was getting frustrated because it took about a half hour to get that dumb knot. I just need to practice. Practice my skills. Get that updated. So, that is going to be my weekend piece for the month of August. Just because we travel on the weekends and it's super small, so I can carry it and I can carry it. It's called for flosses and everything's great. This, however, is not going to be a travel piece. This is the first block in the Lakeside Needlecraft Fantasy Stitch Along. It's not complete yet, but this is my progress so far to date. Look at that guy! Well, actually, she's a girl on mine. It's a Pegasus! Can't really tell, but there's the horn. And those wings, I swear. You know, at first I didn't know whether or not I was going to like them because I was thinking blue and pink, that seems a little weird, but okay, we'll stitch it. I love them. They are gorgeous. I really do. So the only thing that I have left to do for this block is there's a butterfly up in here somewhere. And then I have to finish the rainbow, and then I have to do the back stitching. And what I've been doing, because again, I work full time, I don't get a lot of stitching time in at night, maybe an hour or two, which when you're a slow stitcher is not a lot of work. So each night I've kind of been setting goals for myself. So 2 nights ago, the goal was to finish the head. Or maybe it was 3 nights ago. I don't know. At some point there was a goal to finish the head. And then the next night I did the mane. And then I filled in the body. And then I worked on the wings. And I finished. My goal was to finish those last night. I didn't get very much stitching time in on Wednesday or Thursday night. This is Friday night. So my goal tonight is to finish the rainbow and the butterfly. And then maybe if I have time to do the back stitching, some of the back stitching, and there's no way I'm going to get it all done tonight. And then tomorrow morning I'm going to finish up the back stitching. And then hopefully maybe even the September circle, because I would really like for the circle to be ready before I start working on it again. So that way I feel like I can focus on other parts, because this pattern is, the fabric that I got is huge. This must have been one of those things where it was just like a couple inches short on the smaller size, so I just got the bigger size. Because I started in the middle of the fabric, and there's plenty of room. Because when I took it off of the Q-snap, I looked at I know this isn't, there's another border in here, but look at all that space. And then you get to the middle, and I'm like, uh-oh. There's not, yeah, no, there's plenty of space. But anyway, I had started on the border, and that's all the farther that I've gotten. So I've gotten a couple of circles done. So what I did is I started in the middle and got the August circle done. And then I worked my way up, and then I had to frog something in here. I can't remember, because this didn't line up. And then I ended up over in the corner. So, which is probably where I belong 99% of the time, to be honest, is in the corner. So, once I finish this up, and I'm, like I said, hoping to get September done, so then when September rolls around, like, I think it's August 29th is the first day of that week. September 1st, it's a long weekend. I'll probably take it with me. Then I can start working the border at the beginning of the week, and then work the circle once it's released. And because she's in the UK and I'm in the US, sometimes we typically get it, because okay, typically there's been one time with the August circle, she wanted to release it at midnight on August 1st, which was like 8 p.m. in the US in my time. So I totally started. No, I didn't. That's a dirty lie. I'm trying to make myself worse than I am. I'm trying to be bad, and I'm not. I was trying to get the circles done. That's what I was doing. I didn't start the Pegasus until later. Oh, and I said it was Penny? No, I didn't. I said it was a girl. This is why you edit, Stephanie. Words. You can't English today. So anyway, I did the majority of the work on this. Actually, almost all of it has been done binge watching The Big Bang Theory. So she's Penny the Pegasus, because I have been, we watched it when it first came out and we stayed with it, and I think we made it through season 5 maybe, and then I don't know if we just got bored, if the antenna stopped working and we weren't getting local channels, I don't know. But for whatever reason we stopped watching it. So now I've got the seasons on Blu-ray. I've got seasons 1, 2, and 3. I'm almost done with season 2. I just got season 3 in the mail, and I ordered season 8 because it was $15 on Blu-ray and had a digital copy with it. So I'm sure there'll be more Big Bang in my theory. I swear to God. There will be more Big Bang in my future, not in my theory. I just got off work where I had to think lots today. For some reason, they seem to think that that's what they pay me to do. I'm an accounts receivable specialist, and I have to work with the state of Illinois. So yeah, life is fun. Okay, haul. Because I had so much haul in the last video that you didn't get to see because it was never published, because, like I said, we're not going to digress again. I only have 2 things to show you today. It would have been 3, but the post office is holding my ginormous needle minder order from Nifty Needle Nannies hostage. The sore subject. It was supposed to be here Saturday. They don't know where it's at, but they have a picture, so yeah. I don't want to give you this big long explanation, but basically it's lost but not lost. She has hope that it can be found, so I'm hoping that they find it. Yeah, it's not cool because I didn't insure it. It was my fault. I didn't read. So yeah, we're hoping, fingers crossed, that they find it, because it's just, it makes me sad. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. So we're going to move on to things that make me happy. I saw this, I think, when the Stash Queen Katie on Stitch Mania. I don't know if she started this or she updated her, progress on it. But I knew I wanted it as soon as I saw it. And it is Queen of the Needle by Just Nan, and I had a hard time finding this, actually. 123 Stitch didn't have it. A couple of other places that I looked for, Just Nan's website, I think that she sold the last lot to Stitching Bobs and something like that. There was an online store. I went there. They didn't have any more copies, so I had posted, eBay doesn't have it. It doesn't exist anywhere. So what I did, they were posting about hard to find patterns on Stitch Mania, I think, on the Facebook group. And I had mentioned that I couldn't find Queen of the Needle, and it made me sad. And Katie told me that they had it on ABC Stitch Therapy. That's the store that I got it from. It's more than I typically pay for a printed pattern, but it came with the embellishment pack, and because I couldn't find it anywhere else, and I didn't want it to turn into one of those things that I was never going to have because it's so cool. It says, "In my little kingdom of stitches that cross, I am queen of the needle and boss of the floss. Bluebirds and bouquets obey all your wishes when you rule all the colors and command all the stitches." It's just, it is so cool. I love that. Mainly, the thing that I like the most is boss of the floss. I don't know why, but I love it. So, in the unpublished video, I told you that, and again, you didn't hear it, so yeah, you don't know. Anyway, I started using bow and needles. I don't remember why, but I did. I wanted to try them out. Probably because I'm learning a lot from you guys on Stitch Mania. And so I think we were talking, it was a thread, or it was a post with the comments about what your favorite needles were. I don't know if I posted it or if it was somebody else, but I definitely ended up following it. And so I got a package of Bowens, and then started using them, and oh my god, I love them. They slide through the fabric so much easier than the John James Petites that I was using. I will say that I do prefer these over the John James. And I just ordered some Peacemakers, which was the other favorite. It really came down between Bowen and the Peacemakers on this Facebook post. So I bought the Bowen, loved them. So then I bought 25 bulk needles. They're size 24 tapestry. Is that what I use? I used 26. I could be wrong, but I didn't think to check. Son of a gun. This is my luck lately, guys. Things suck. If you didn't laugh, you'd cry, right? So I ordered size 26. I swear to God I did. Anyhow, I ended up with size 24, which is probably not the end of the universe. But I love them. So yeah, I'm definitely more of a Bowen girl than a John James Petites. And we'll see how I feel about the Peacemakers. I think that's what they're called. But those are coming from 123 Stitch. They just shipped yesterday, so they should probably be here beginning of next week. So they'll probably be in the next video. So yeah, upcoming this week, we'll be finishing off Penny, the Pegasus. And then I will be working on Back to the Future, because tomorrow is Saturday, so that's really when I should switch over, but I'm going to finish the back stitching on Penny first. And then next week will be the Woodland Creature Sampler on the August block, and then I'll work on Labyrinth, and we'll go from there. Probably be weekly videos, just so that I can keep it brief. What are you stitching? What are you excited about? Yeah, and any other kind of just general comments. I like to talk to you guys, so just let me know what you're feeling, what's going on, any other fun patterns that you think there are out there. Yeah, we'll talk. It's great. Happy stitching, guys.